Welcome. I'm Leanne, and I'm going to lead you through this gentle yoga practice today. Come onto your mat. You can sit or lie down. Just get comfortable. When you're ready, you can just let your eyes rest closed, and you can let go. You can let your body relax. You can soften the places in your body where you tend to hold on to tension. So maybe that's around the eyes or the jaw, shoulders, back, perhaps, just letting go of some tension, letting go of some effort here. You feel the firmness of the surface that you're resting on, so feel the ground underneath your body. And notice its density, so its hardness or its softness, how your body meets the floor. Feeling this sense of being grounded. And then notice how you are today. What sensations are present here? So it might be sensations in the body, maybe the feeling of breathing, the breath gently coming in and moving back out. And we'll introduce an intention to our practice today. So intentions help to keep us on track, right? They help to guide us. So let your body or perhaps your heart suggest an intention. So it might be to remain present. It might be to listen deeply to your body. Maybe a different intention arises for you, whatever feels right at this moment. We're going to allow this intention to help guide our practice today. When you're ready, bring your hands to the floor behind you, and you can bring feet to the floor in front of you. So you can rest back into hands. And we're going to let legs roll open, and then let legs come back to where they started. So you've got your feet starting on the floor and just legs falling open and then rolling back. So we're moving leg bones in hip sockets just as far as they go, easily in each direction. So we're not forcing anything. Just feeling the smoothness or the roughness of that. Just letting ourselves loosen up at hips. And then we're going to let the legs come open. You can slide the feet together here. Now you can choose. You can choose to bring heels closer into your pelvis or to move them further from your pelvis, whichever is best for you. You don't have to bring the bases of the big toes together. You can let them fall apart. And just let your hands rest behind you still, so you can fall back into the hands. Let the legs rest, maybe come into a bit of a back bend, opening up through the front of the body if that's comfortable. And if back bend isn't comfortable, just stay tall. And then gently tipping forward. So you can even keep your hands beside you or behind you if you like. Press your fingertips into the floor. Bring your heart forward. Let the legs go. Shoulders and ears are far apart. Okay, come on back up. Okay, adjust your legs if you like. And we're going to tip over to the left side. So bring the left hand down to the floor on the left, right arm up, and then tip towards the left. And then switch sides. So right hand down, left arm up, tipping to the right. So you get to fall into that right arm, relaxing the legs, letting your left side lengthen. Okay, and then lift, let your arms come down. We'll come up into table pose next. So shift yourself up onto all fours. And then we're going to come back to a gentle child's pose. So let your seat come back towards your heels. Okay, if it's comfortable, just keep the arms gently long, which you can do with forearms down or forearms up. Okay, maybe your head can rest down on a block or on the ground. Just feeling what it feels like to be in this shape. Breathing. Remembering your intention. Feeling long. Fingers to tail. Okay, we come back up to table. So come back up onto all fours. Neutral spine, take a breath in, and then as you let your breath go, can you tuck your tail and round your back up towards the ceiling? Then when you're ready to inhale, come the opposite way. So let the tail lift, the chin gently moves away from the chest, belly drops. So just back and forth. You're breathing in and out through your nose, exhaling as you come up, inhaling as you come to cow pose. So do a couple more. Taking your time, feeling the back move, feeling the pelvis move, feeling how the stretch feels in the back of the body and how the stretch feels in the front of the body. So stay tuned into your body. You make your way back to neutral. All right, we're going to step our right foot forward into a lunge here. So you can bring your right foot up towards the top of your mat. So your knee is stacked on top of your ankle. Your left knee is down on the floor. You could have blocks here underneath your hands if you like. And just look forward on the floor. So you're not dropping the head low. You've got the head and the heart sort of lifting up. So your back is long. Okay, left hand on the floor or a block. Right hand to the right leg. Turn towards the right. Now, if you like, you could lift the right arm, or you can rest it on the leg. Just feeling the winding in the back. Breathing. Unwind your turn. Walk your seat back. So let your right leg become straighter. So the bottom of the right foot can come up off the floor. The heel stays on the ground, hands under shoulders, and those hands are on the floor or on the blocks. So this is kneeling half pyramid with this lengthening of the back of the right leg. Okay, rock forward. So sort of come back to your lunge, and then we're going to bring hands to the floor and take the right leg back. So you can come through table pose. And then when you're ready, forearms could come down to the floor, or you could still be on hands. Right leg is lifting, and then come into the right ankle and just circle it out. So go a couple of times in one direction, and then changing directions. Okay, we're going to drop the toes of the right foot down to the mat. So they're all the way down at the short end of your mat, and press your weight back. So through that right heel. So the right leg is long. You can put a bend in the right knee. So try to drop the knee towards the floor and then straighten out the right leg. Okay, now pick the right leg up and cross it over the left. So now it's on the outside of the left leg and press back. So we're on a bit of a diagonal, pressing back through that right heel. Okay, bring the right knee back to the floor next to the left. Come up onto your knees. So lift yourself up so that you're standing on your knees. I'm just going to roll shoulders. So do a couple rolls in one direction. Just loosening up shoulder blades on the back. A couple of rolls the other way. And then we're sort of movement up in through shoulders helps to loosen them up. And then you can give arms a shake. Shoulders can rest. We'll come back down to table pose. So bring your hands back down to the mat. And then take your left foot forward into your lunge. So the right knee is still down, left knee is stacked on top of the ankle. You're looking forward on the floor. Just feeling this lengthening to the front of the right hip. Okay, add your turn to the left. So right hand to a block or the floor, left hand to the left thigh. Turn left. If you like, lift the left arm. You can always rest the left arm on the leg. And you've positioned your neck so that you're comfortable. So whether your gaze is towards a wall or down towards your left foot, it's just your neck is happy. Okay, unwind your turn. So drop your left hand back to the floor and then take your seat back. So just walk hands back. Left leg will become straighter. You can be gently drawing the top of the left foot towards you, like you're falling back. You make your way as if you're coming back to table. So left foot flat, hands to the floor. You can lower to forearms, and you can lift the left leg up behind you, and you can circle out the left ankle. And the other way. Okay, drop the toes of the left foot down towards that other end of your mat and press your weight back through the heel. And then bend the left knee as much as you can towards the floor. And we'll stretch in the bottom of the foot. Okay, and then straighten the left leg. Pick the left leg up, cross it over the right, and bring the toes back to the ground. Press back through the heel. So the left leg is on a bit of a diagonal. Maybe notice the outside of the left hip, maybe a bit into the left side. Lovely. Okay, come back to, you can put that left knee on the floor, and then we're going to come to child's pose. So if you like your knees a touch wider, you can move them further apart, and then you can sink your seat back and down, and then you can bring your head down to a block or to your hands or to the floor. Check in with your intention. Just letting your awareness come back to it. It's natural that our awareness is going to move off. We're going to forget, and then we're going to remember, and we're just going to come back. And we're holding it loosely. All right, come back up into table pose, and then we're going to make our way through downward dog. So you curl your toes under, lift your knees up, press back so your feet are at least hip-width apart. Reach through your heels. Your knees might be a little bit bent. Fingers are spread. Weight is in the top of the palms. So it's not sort of rooted through the base of the palm. Your whole palm is on the floor. Okay, pressing back. And then we're going to step forward a step with one foot. So just step into a forward fold. So one foot can step in, and then the other foot, and then all the weight in your feet. So bend your knees and press down through your legs and come on up to standing. All right, so we're in the center of our mat, or in the middle of our mat, just so that we have room to take a step forward. And just take a moment there and feel what that feels like. So feet on the ground. Let the shoulders go. Find a moment of steadiness standing up. Okay. So then let your weight come on over into your right foot. So we're going to do a bit of balance. So if you want to shift closer to a wall in your space, then you can. So stand on your right foot. Let your left leg just come forward and move backward. So it's just going to swing forward and back. Left leg forward and left leg back. One more, forward and back. Okay, now let the left leg move in a circle. And each time the left leg comes back to where it started, it's going to switch directions. So it's going to loop one way, and then it's going to loop around the other way. Okay, one more. When you're ready, left foot back to the floor. So relax. Now take a step forward with the left foot as if you're coming into pyramid pose. So the left foot gets to take a step forward onto a separate railway track. The right foot stayed. So your toes are all pointing forward. Okay, both legs are straight. And we're going to put a bend in the left knee. So just let your left knee bend. Keep your back foot flat. And then if you like, you can let the arms come up just as high as you like. So they can come up parallel to the floor or a little higher, or they could come all the way up. Then let elbows drop. So you're going to bend elbows, let them drop. Now can you move arm bones, your upper arm bones back? So you're not shifting your ribs, you're just moving the arms gently back. Palms are facing forward, shoulders are low. Okay, let the hands come behind you or to your hips. Straighten your front legs, so you got both legs straight. Turn your head to the left. And then turn your head to the right. Bring your head back to neutral and tip at your hips. So we're folding here. So you can slide your hands to your hips or your left thigh or to blocks or to the floor. Just listen to what the right amount is for your back and your body today. Keeping in mind that intention, it might help to guide you. Press into your feet to come on back up. So lift. And then we're going to turn ourselves to face the long edge of your mat. So you're going to rotate on your mat. So for a moment, your feet are parallel and you're more or less on a balance beam. Okay, you're going to turn your left leg back. So the knee and the toes of the left foot are pointing back up towards the short end of your mat. Okay, but we're now facing the long edge instead of the top edge. Okay, let your left knee bend. So we're sinking into warrior two. So your left thigh is more parallel to the floor. So let your arms and your shoulders go for a moment. Wiggle your toes. And we're just sinking into legs. Great strengthener for the legs. Okay, if you like, you can lift arms and just let them come up just as high as is comfortable. They don't have to come above shoulders. Palms facing down. And then how does it feel when you roll the arms over so the palms face the ceiling? You can face them whichever way you like, though. Okay, next we're going to come into archer pose. So your right hand, your back hand is going to come towards your front hand. So we're going to turn, the right arm coming towards the left. And then as if you're an archer, you're pulling your bow back. So right hand to the right shoulder. And this left arm can just gently, it's just gently reaching forward. Now see something on your left hand. So let your gaze land just on something, any part of your hand, whether your palm is down or up, or maybe your thumb is up. Just a soft gaze, just to focus your attention on something. So your gaze can land. Okay, and then relax. You can straighten the front leg and you can step your back foot forward. Okay, so we've landed back in mountain pose. We want to take a step back so that we're in the middle of our mat. We come back to balance. So if you want to be off your mat, you can. We're going to balance in the left leg. So the right leg comes forward and moves backward. So right thigh bone forward and back, forward and back. Now can you circle that leg? So make a big loop, and then when you get back to where it started, go the other way. So loop it around. So there's a forward and an out and a back in some order. Right? So at some point the leg is behind, to the side, and in front. Two more. All right, let that go. So let both feet land on the ground for a moment. And then step your right foot forward a step into your pyramid. Don't move the back foot though. So both feet are on separate railway tracks. All your toes, your knees are pointing forward. And we're gonna let the front knee bend. Keep your back foot flat. And then add your arms. So you can let the arms lift. They don't need to come all the way. If you just want to bring them halfway, that's fine. Easy shoulders. Maybe you can bring your hands together if they're above you. And then bend the elbows. So let the elbows go wide and let them drop, and the palms are facing forward. And the shoulder blades are gently sliding back and down. Feel your feet. Okay, let the arms go and straighten that right leg. Hands to hips, or just let them rest behind your back. Turn your head to the right. Breathe. And then turn your head to the left. Okay, let the head come back to neutral. Tip at your hips to come forward. You're going to bring your hands to your right leg. So you can stay there, or you could bring hands to blocks or down to the floor. Remember your intention. Okay, push down through your feet to come up. So rise back up. Okay, turn, face the long edge of your mat. So adjust your feet for the moment. They're parallel. So your toes are pointing towards the long edge. Your feet are gently wide. Then you're going to turn the right thigh bone back so that the knee and toes point back up the top of your mat. Okay, bend the right knee, relax the shoulders, relax the arms. So give them a shake out if that helps. So sink into your legs. Let your arms lift. Start with the palms facing down. And then try rolling your upper arms so the palms face up. Okay, we're going to bring our back hand towards our front hand. So let your torso turn as you bring your left arm towards your right. And then your left hand is pulling your bow back to your left shoulder. And you're going to look at something on your right hand. Just a soft gaze. Breath is still moving. When you're ready, let arms go. You can straighten that leg. You can step your back foot forward. So back into mountain pose. From here, we're going to bring ourselves over. So you can bring your hands to your hips, soften your knees, tip at your hips. So let your pelvis roll, maybe forearms to thighs, or maybe upside down. Listen to your body. Okay, can you come back through downward dog? So hands can plant, feet can walk back. If you'd rather come to table, you can do that as well. Downward dog or table pose. Now, can you make your way from either one into a low plank pose? Okay, so maybe you want to drop your knees to the floor. You can drop forearms down to the ground. Okay, if your knees are on the floor, your toes are still curled under and your tummy is coming in. So the less your knees are under your hips, the more challenging it is. So you can always try walking your knees a little further back. Okay, and then if you like, you can have knees up. Either way, you've got your tummy coming in, toes on the floor. Okay, from here, make your way to supported cobra. So knees down, tops of feet down, front of thighs down, and then the heart is going to lift away from the ground. So forearms are on the floor, elbows could be under shoulders, or they could be wider. So if you want to be a little bit more gentle, you've just got elbows wider apart. So more of the front of your body is down on the ground. Just feel what that feels like. And we're going to come all the way down. So lower down, bring your hands next to your chest, and then come to child's pose. So as you come to child's pose here, if you like knees a little wider, you can take them wider, maybe big toes together, drop your seat back and down, and then bring your head down to some support. Arms wherever is easy. Feel your breath. Gently come back up, and then come onto your back. You can give your legs a hug as you bring your head to the floor. Now you could put something underneath your head if you want to. You can let your feet come down to the ground. And then just check in with your body. And just let your knees gently rock from side to side. It doesn't have to be a very big movement, just easy from side to side, just a couple of times. Okay, when you're even, back to the center. And then we're going to relax. So you can come into whatever position that you're going to be comfortable relaxing in. So your feet could stay on the floor, or your legs could come all the way down to the ground. And close your eyes. Letting go of efforts and tension. Calling that intention. Just introducing it to this part of your practice. And taking your awareness into your toes and your feet and letting them soften. Resting and relaxing your legs. Let them feel like they have the support of the ground. Okay, letting go through your pelvis, your sacrum, your belly, your lower back. Just ease and softness. The upper part of your torso relax, so your chest, your ribs, your heart, your lungs, shoulders, arms, hands, letting go. Neck, and then up into your head, so your scalp, your crown, your eyes, your ears, jaw and mouth, so your whole face. And then your whole body, just aware of your whole body resting. You might notice your breath, just flowing effortlessly, so you don't have to do anything to your breath, just notice it. Bring your awareness back to your intention and just let your intention sort of filter through your body. A few more moments just to be with whatever that intention was that you started with. So it gets to resonate through you. And we're not doing it from a place of being critical. We're just letting that intention resonate through us. And then when you're ready, you can just let that go. You can begin to move fingers and toes and hands and feet. And if you don't have to move yet, if you have another few minutes, then you can just stay and rest. And you're welcome to do that. You're certainly taking your time to complete your practice. At some point, you might hug your knees in. You're just moving in a way that feels intuitive for your body. You might come to your side, and you might pause on your side, and then you might come back up. Now, taking your time here. A few moments back at vertical. Just noticing whenever you notice. And when you're ready, in the way that feels right, you can move back into your day. Namaste. So thank you for practicing today.